protein cookies. So I thought I would not do a recipe of protein cookies, because yes, you can make protein cookies from scratch, but ain't nobody got time for that. Like, we all got other things to do besides make cookies. And if you want to do that, that's great, but I'd rather just, you know, have an RTD, a ready to drink or ready to eat in this case. So I brought two different cookies because one, I like both of these cookies, but the other reason I brought these two different cookies is because you really need to know what to look for and what to avoid, and how marketing, especially in the fitness and nutrition industry and supplement industry, can be so deceptive. So this is really important to note. I'm going to compare these two, and I think it's going to be a huge eye-opener. I've shared these before, and I think you're going to be really surprised. So you will probably recognize these brands. I have two different brands right here. One is Quest Nutrition. It's their peanut butter protein cookie, because yo girl loves peanut butter over here. And then this one is, I wanted to kind of go apples to apples here. So it's peanut butter chocolate chip by Lenny and Larry's Complete Cookie. Now they're both designed as, you know, protein cookies, but from the front of the cookie and just the, you know, how it's labeled, you're at first going to think that the Lenny and Larry's Complete Cookie is better for you than the Quest Nutrition Cookie. And I'll tell you why. So on the front in big letters, it says 16 grams of protein per cookie, right? 10 grams of fiber per cookie, plant-based, baked nutrition, vegan, and, you know, all this other good stuff, right? And then it says in really fine print, see nutritional information. So we're gonna get to that. Now on the Quest cookie, on the other hand, it says peanut butter flavored with other natural flavors, 15 grams of protein, which is lower protein content than the Lenny and Larry's cookie, 1 gram of sugar, 5 net carbs. So it also says in small print, see nutritional value for calories and whatnot. So we're gonna get to that and why it's important that you know how to read those labels and really know how to avoid these, I don't want to call them marketing scams, but just don't be fooled, y'all. Don't be fooled, y'all. So let's start. You know, I'm going to start with the Lenny and Larry cookie, or excuse me, the Quest cookie, because then we'll have it to compare with the Lenny and Larry's cookie. So this one, in this cookie here, it's soft and chewy because cookies should be. It says there is, for fat, there's 13 grams of fat, 3.5 grams of that is saturated fat, which means the rest of it comes from monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, which are good fats. And that's primarily, it's higher in fat, and both of these are higher in fat than any of the other flavors would be, because they do make other flavors of these cookies in both brands. And that's because there's peanut butter in here, and peanut butter is a high fat food. It also says that cholesterol is 15 milligrams, sodium's 220 milligrams, carbohydrates is 22 grams, but of that 22 grams, 12 of it is fiber, and that's really high in fiber. Like, that's pretty good, especially for a cookie, okay? In terms of sugar, there is only 1 gram of sugar. And there is 0 added sugars, and then 5 grams of erythritol, which is another type of sweetener. So it's like similar to stevia almost. So if you add it all up and subtract, so like basically subtract the fiber from the carbs, that's where you get your 5 net carbs. So like carbs that kind of count against you, only 5 carbs in this, right? So you're like, oh my gosh, that's not bad, right? So, and then your protein is 15 grams in here. Okay, so I give that an A+, especially because there's calcium in here, there's potassium in here, there's even, I guess if you count 0.6 milligrams of iron in here, that counts as well. In terms of the ingredients, if you're allergic to peanuts, don't even watch this video. But they do have other flavors of these cookies, so maybe you should watch this video and then just go get another flavor. But there's peanuts, and then the protein comes from whey isolate, so it is not dairy-free. That's gonna be on both of these. There is butter in here. That's gonna be where the saturated fat comes in. But then there's also sea salt, baking soda, you know, stevia, just not artificial, but natural sweeteners that are going to make this a way better option than cane sugar, right? Now let's compare to this one, okay? And this is what I call deceptive marketing, because the first thing you need to look at here is the serving size. And the serving size, it says 2 servings per cookie, which means a serving size is half a cookie. And let's be real, y'all. I know you are not eating half a cookie. We all know, who eats a half a cookie? I eat half a cookie, said no one ever, like ever. So it gives you both the serving size amount and it even gives you the per cookie amount, because it knows that your ass ain't eating half a cookie. They're expecting you to eat the full cookie, okay? So this is and this is a much bigger size cookie. So just, you know, per cookie. So that's what we're gonna go off of, because when I eat these, I can eat the whole cookie, no problem, right? So 440 calories per cookie. Now, if we compare it, this was 220. That's 220, so it's just double the calories, right? The fat is 16 grams. This was 13. There's 4.5 grams of saturated fat. So that means this is also higher in saturated fat. There's 360 milligrams of sodium, which is also much higher than the Quest cookie. The carbohydrates, brace yourself, 55 grams of carbs there. So if we're comparing it to 5 net carbs, guys, now you're probably thinking, okay, well, what are the net carbs? Net carbs, okay, so there's 10 grams of fiber. So subtract that, but there's still 21 grams of sugar, including another 16 grams of added sugar. So really there's still 45 carbs that is just pure carbs and sugar that is gonna be stored as fat. So guys, like 45 versus 5, come on. And last but not least is protein, is 16 grams per cookie, not per serving, per cookie. That's where the deception comes in. The front of the label is all like, yeah, more protein than Quest, right? Wrong, because that is for the whole cookie, not for the serving size. So you need to know what to watch out for and what to look for so you don't fall for this.